Hello everyone, this is Kelly Tiller, field biologist in Regina. This is our Lumsden, Saskatchewan site, and these are our anthracnose disease plots. We did spray some commercial products just to do some evaluations for sales support for 2026. So within these CDC Lima lentils that were inoculated, they were sprayed about 1 month ago now with a single application at first flower. So we do have competitor products. So right here we have Revi Pro. Beside it we have Delero Complete. Next we have Elatus Era. And then finally Elatus. So it's a little bit hard to tell the difference of anthracnose severity just looking at the plots. So I did pull 10 plants randomly, and kind of this is what we are seeing in the lower canopy where anthracnose is starting to set in. So when we look at the untreated check first, you can kind of see the anthracnose lesions kind of working their way up the stem. Pretty high severity in the lower canopy, mid canopy, and starting to work its way into the upper canopy. That's the untreated check. Next, we go over to Revi Pro. So again, you can see pretty high infection in the lower canopy. A little bit less in the upper canopy, in the mid canopy, pardon me, and the upper canopy looks okay. When we move over to Delero Complete, we see really high infection in the lower canopy, pretty decent infection in the mid canopy, and then the upper canopy looks okay. But really, the one thing to notice is the really high infection in the lower and mid canopy for anthracnose and Delero Complete. When we look at Elatus Era, we see a lot less severity in the lower canopy, which also then stops the spread of infection upper canopy. So if you look at Elatus Era and Delero Complete side by side, you can see the difference here and here in the lower canopy, especially where it works its way up to the mid canopy. So there's the big difference between Elatus Era and Delero Complete. And finally, when we look at our current product Elatus, so we do see some infection in the lower canopy. Comparing Elatus Era to the current Elatus, you can see the difference here again in the lower canopy with Elatus Era, where we're getting that extra protection lower on. We're improving the plant health from the bottom up. And again, you can see the difference that Elatus Era is making here versus Elatus, versus Delero Complete, versus Revi Pro, and especially versus the untreated. So really good data from looking at Elatus Era that should be in the market for next year, and kind of the kind of product it's going to be. So it looks pretty good.